rhythm of yoga. My name is Hannah, and I'll be guiding you through this practice today. Incorporating today a short form of Ashtanga yoga. So we'll be taking a few of our seated postures as well as our nice heated warm up through this practice today, just giving us some warmth and building in strength through this practice. So to start our practice today, let's come into our comfortable seated position if you're not already there. And if you need to, take a moment and grab a pillow or a towel and just place something underneath your bottom if it isn't comfortable for you to be relaxed here. Otherwise, if you are okay with it, let's take the hands either down, cupping the knees, or palms shining up. And you can bring your hands to Gyan Mudra, so allowing the pointer fingers to bow down to the thumb. Let's lengthen out through the spine here as we root down into the earth through the sits bones. Feeling that heart nice and open, roll the shoulders a couple times, and then just let them fall back. Close the eyes softly, and we'll begin to incorporate our ujjayi breath. So we'll be breathing in and out through the nose with a slight constriction at the back of the throat. If you are unfamiliar with this breath, that constriction at the back of the throat is just like when you go to fog up a piece of glass or mirror in the wintertime, and the way you breathe on the mirror to create that fog. So that same breath, only with the mouth closed and on the inhales as well. So inhaling and exhaling. We begin to build some heat through the body with that breath, inviting a rhythm in with a nice long inhales and exhales. Hearing the sounds of the breath moving in and out like waves onto shore and back into the ocean. Open the fingers wide, blinking the eyes open, bringing a smile onto the face. From here, feel the shoulders pull up and back, and then reach your fingertips up toward the sky, gazing up toward the thumbs, lengthening from fingertips down into the hips. As you exhale, we'll come onto hands and knees and into our tabletop position. So pressing into those palms and spreading the fingers nice and wide here. Check that the middle fingers are pointing directly forward. So we're pressing in, feeling strength in the abdominal core. So go ahead and pull the low belly up, feeling that nice energetic lock. Our Uddiyana Bandha that is located right below the belly button. And the Mula Bandha, so squeezing in the pelvic floor here. Tucking the toes under. As we hold on to those two strengths here, let's send the hips up high and make our way into the first down dog of our practice. And while we're here in this first down dog of our practice, making sure to press into those palms, the L shape of your fingers here, so the pointer finger and the thumb. As you gaze to your belly, let's pedal out the heels, lifting one heel and dropping the other. And shake the head yes and no. Moving that neck around in a circular motion if that feels good, from side to side. Just bringing some warmth in through the body. Breathing that energy in through the ujjayi breath. And then bring it back to center. Let's lift to the tips of the toes. Press again into the L shape. So think about the chest sliding back toward the thighs. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to lower the heels down toward the floor. Take one more big breath in your down dog. Inhale. And with the next inhale, bring the gaze forward toward the palms. From here, we'll slide forward to the tips of the toes as we pull the right knee in toward the chest. Think of using the abdominals here to squeeze that knee up high, and then slide forward onto the left toes as you place your right foot between the palms. From here, again, scooping into the belly, let's sweep that left leg forward, meeting with the right. Inhaling into a half lift. So you can take your hands onto your shins, press into the palms, feel the belly pull in as the spine lengthens from hips through the crown, gazes down at the earth. As you exhale, fold nice and deep. Take a slight bend in the knees, and let's reverse swan dive. Rise all the way up and into that extended mountain, bringing the palms to touch overhead. As you exhale, taking hands down to heart center, coming into a nice strong stance. So mountain pose, big toes to touch, heels slightly separated. Press down through those feet, rooting down into the earth, and feel a slight tilt of the pelvis forward so the belly pulls back and we have this nice strong abdominal control. Feel the shoulders relax and the heart open up and the crown of the head reaching high. It's as though the head is floating over the tops of the shoulders here. Coming into our sun A's, bringing in that heat, we'll take 3 sun salutations. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the fingertips up and overhead, gaze to the fingers. As you exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the earth, deep into your forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift, flat back. And this first time through, we take it nice and gentle, bringing that warmth in slow, palms down to the earth. From here, step the right foot back and then the left. If you would like to, you will have the option to drop down to your knees. As long as you're challenging yourself here, maybe sliding the hips forward to feel that nice length and abdominal control, or up on the toes. Either way, feel the body slide forward, and let's lower all the way down to the chest and belly. Allow the elbows to brush the sides of the body. Release the feet, the tops of your feet to the earth, bringing the big toes to touch. Let's start in our baby cobra. So extending the toes back and the crown of your head forward. Hands are underneath the shoulders, and then we'll squeeze the elbows and shoulders together behind you. Feel length from the toes to the crown, and with little to no weight, lift the chest from the earth. So maybe taking the hands up off of the earth, if you can take the weight out of your hands. One more big breath, length from toes to the crown. And as you exhale, plant your palms. Tuck your toes under. Rise up and into your tabletop position. So this will be our first option here. And if this is challenging enough, you can do this every time. Tuck the toes, send the hips up high. Come into that down dog position. Fingers are spread wide. Check with the hands. Middle fingers pointed forward. Let's bring the weight to the internal side of our hands. So onto the L shape, the pointer finger and the thumb. And then press into those palms as the heart reaches toward the thighs and the gaze comes to the belly. Take a deep breath here. Reconnecting with ujjayi breath, in and out through the nose. One last breath. As you inhale, bring the gaze forward toward the hands. Again here, we'll slide forward onto the tips of the toes. Pull the right knee in toward the chest, reaching your right foot between the palms. And from here, belly in, pull the left knee up and slide it between those palms. Inhale into a half lift, flat back. If you'd like to keep the fingers on the earth, just lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, fold nice and deep. Inhale, let's reverse that swan dive, rising all the way up and into our extended mountain as we bring the palms to touch and gaze up to the thumbs. As you exhale, let's slowly lower all the way back down to the earth, deep into our forward fold. Inhale, come into a half lift, flat back, lengthening out through the spine, either fingers on the earth or the shins. Exhale, plant the palms to the earth. Bend slightly in the knees as you send the right leg back, followed by the left. Again, option here to drop to the knees or hang out in your high plank, sliding forward either to the toes or just from the knees as you lower down all the way down to the earth. Untucking the toes this time, let's come into our full cobra. So big toes are touching and feel the toes slide back as you press the tops of your feet into the earth. Hands underneath the shoulders. Slide those shoulder blades together behind you. And this time pressing gently into those palms as we lengthen out through the crown of the spine and open the heart. Feel the ears and the shoulders, find that nice separation, relaxing away from each other. Ears rising up, shoulders relaxing down. And as you exhale, drop. Tuck the toes under, either through that tabletop or sending your hips straight up and into your down dog. Beautiful job. We take full 5 breaths here. Last big breath. As you inhale, we'll bring the gaze forward toward the hands. Bend in the knees slightly here. And let's pull forward with that right knee up to the tips of your left toes. And then the left foot draws forward. Inhale to that half lift, flat back. Exhale and fold deep. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rise all the way up and into your extended mountain. Gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time in our sun salutation, starting to build that fire here. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, gaze high. Exhale, let's slowly lower down to the earth, taking that nice deep sweep. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. This time, if you would like, you can either step back or take a little hop. So I like to bend in my knees, build that hydraulic, and then hop the feet together behind me. Sliding forward wherever you are. And this time, let's lower for chaturanga. So trying to stay hovering over the earth, 90-degree angle with the arms. Flip the feet and feel the hips slide forward and the heart high. Exhale, tuck the toes. And send the hips high down into that down dog position. Gazing to the belly, fingers spread wide. Checking each and every little position of the body. And coming back to that ujjayi breath. Last one. As you inhale, we'll bring the gaze forward toward the hands. And again, if you'd like to take that hop, just building that hydraulic in the legs, pulling the low belly in and up, squeezing in the perineum area, the pelvic floor, as we hop gently to the top of the mat. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale and fold nice and deep. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Rise all the way up and into your extended mountain, bringing the gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, taking hands down to heart center. Beautiful job. From here, we'll make our way into our sun B. So Surya Namaskar B. Bringing that heat to a whole nother level here and adding a couple nice stretches and strengthening exercises here. So we'll take 2 flows of our sun B. From here, we bring the toes to touch, heels slightly separated, bend in the knees, and as we bend in the knees, the hips slide back. So you should still be able to see your toes here. Pull the belly back and in, a nice strong abdominal core. So the ribs are back, and then we'll reach up through the palms. Bringing the palms to touch, let's gaze up toward the thumbs and inhale. As you exhale, sweep the palms down, straighten out the legs. Come all the way down into that forward fold. Inhale into a half lift, flat back as you lengthen out through the spine. Exhale as you plant your palms, and again, you have the option to step or hop back into your plank position. Sliding forward and lowering down chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, open heart. Exhale to down dog and hold. As you inhale, bring your gaze forward and let's pull that right knee through. So you can take that slide forward onto the toes, squeeze the right knee up and place the right foot between the palms. Let's spin the left heel down to the earth and then point the left toe slightly forward here. We're gonna square the hips toward the earth and then inhale, rise up for warrior one. So try and square your hips and all the while lengthening through that left leg and planting firm the knife edge of your left foot to the earth. So we're solid through both feet, grounding into the earth, working on the hips forward and the belly back. Reach the palms high, gaze to the thumbs as the palms come together. Inhale. And exhale, release the palms back down to the earth. Step your right foot back, plank position, tips of the toes, flow through that vinyasa. Inhale for up dog, exhale for down dog. One more time on the left side this time. So let's pull that left knee up and through. Spin the right heel down, right toes forward. Hips square to the earth, and then we rise up. Again, extend through the right leg, gluing the right knife edge of your foot down, and then squaring the hips forward as the belly pulls back and in. Inhale, the arms up high as the palm touch, gaze to the thumbs. And as you exhale, sweep the palms to the earth, step the left foot back, slide to that plank in the tips of the toes, and flow through your vinyasa. Beautiful job. Melt the heels toward the earth. Spread the fingers wide. Middle fingers forward. Heart to thighs. Gaze to belly. 3 more breaths. And the last ujjayi breath. As we inhale, let's bring the gaze forward toward the hands. Bend slightly into the knees if you're taking that hop. And let's hop or step to the top of the mat. Inhaling into a half lift, flat back. Exhale and we fold nice and deep. While we're here, let's check the big toes are touching, heels slightly separated. Beautiful. Bend into those knees, and as you inhale, let's rise all the way up into our chair position. So slide the hips back, pull the belly back, pull the ribs back, and reach those palms up. Keep the belly control and squeeze the legs. As you exhale, stand and take hands to heart center, Samastitihi. So one more time in our Sun B, we'll take it a little faster this time. Inhale to chair pose. Gaze to the thumbs, strong abdominals. Exhale, sweep the palms down to the earth, deep into forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms to the earth. Step or hop back into your plank and flow through your vinyasa. Beautiful, right leg starts. So the right leg sweeps between the palms. The left heel spins down, toes forward. Hips square. As we inhale, rise, bringing palms to touch, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, sweep the palms down to the earth. Step the right foot back and flow through. Tips of the toes, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale for down dog. Left foot comes through this time. Spinning the right heel down, toes forward, hips square as we rise, gaze to the thumbs, belly in. Exhale, release, palms to the earth. Left foot steps back, plank to toes, flow through. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, down dog. 5 full breaths in this beautiful down dog. Check the palms, check the heart. Gaze to the belly, mount the heels. Two more breaths. Last one. As you inhale, we'll bring the gaze forward toward the hands. Bend slightly in the knees, and let's take that hop all the way to the top. Big toes to touch, heels slightly separated. Inhale to a half lift, flat back. As you exhale, fold nice and deep. Bend into those knees, and let's rise to chair pose. Inhale, belly back, ribs back, gaze high, squeeze the legs. As you exhale, stand and take hands down to the heart space. Beautiful. We'll come down and onto the earth here. So inhaling as we reach the fingertips up high. Exhale as you sweep down to the earth, deep into your forward fold. Inhale into a half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms to the earth. Step or hop back into your plank position as we slide to the toes and flow through that vinyasa. Beautiful job. From your down dog, we'll take our first level of working our way through the transition of hopping through. But to start, we will simply walk forward and through. So from here, we're going to walk the feet forward just a bit, and then cross the right foot over to the left, just slightly, and the left foot over to the right. Start to bend the knees as you scoop the belly in, strong abdominal core, and we're walking the hands back. Try and keep the bottom lifted to the best of your ability. Right here, let's extend the right leg, keep the bottom lifted if you can, left leg, and then we'll drop the bottom down to the earth, coming into a nice, strong Dandasana. So legs are long and straight in front of you, pulling the toes back toward the face, extending through the heels. If you need to remove any flesh away from the bottom, giving yourself the ability just to root down into the earth, go right ahead. And then from here, we'll place the palms down beside you, working on pressing those palms into the earth as we open in the heart space and lengthen out through the spine. Bring the chin slightly in and down to engage our Jalandhara Bandha, an energy lock located at the center of our throat. Again, flex the feet, strong abdominal core, pull the low belly in and the pelvic floor up. Beautiful. Take one more big breath as you close the eyes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Release that pressure here. And from here, let's sweep the hands forward, coming into Paschimottanasana. So we're reaching the fingers toward the toes. If you can grab the toes, great. If you cannot grab the toes, take a moment to go grab a rag or a towel or a strap, a belt, anything that you have at home that you can wrap around the bottoms of your feet and grab onto here. We want to imagine that we have a flashlight at the center of our heart, and we want that flashlight to be shining onto the toes. So that means we are keeping our heart lifted, we're reaching forward and lengthening out. So think about reaching with the heart, with the crown of the head. The spine lengthens toward the toes, and then we begin to fold over. But all the while, that heart light shines to the toes. Beautiful. Let's take two more big breaths. Finding a little more length with the inhale and depth with the exhale. Inhaling slowly, let's rise back up to our center. From here, we'll cross the legs, so bring those legs into a comfortable cross-legged. Inhale, reach the arms up and gaze to the thumbs. And as you exhale, let's take the palms down to the earth as we rock up onto hands and knees and unravel the legs. From here, send the right leg back, followed by the left, coming into your variation of plank. Sliding forward onto the toes, belly strong, lower down chaturanga. Flip the feet, open through the heart and hips. Exhale, down dog. Coming into a second variation of our transitional hop through. So here, building a little bit of strength in the flow, let's think about in our down dog, lengthening out through the upper body, keeping that nice length in the upper body. Let's squat down here, hips between the heels, build strength as we rise to the tips of the toes, and use that nice, strong press through the legs, back and forward. All the while pulling that low belly up and in, nice, strong abdominal core. Use that mula bandha, that pelvic floor, squeezing in the perineum. One more time. All the way up. You got it. And from here, we're going to cross that right foot, cross the left. Let's scoop the belly as we walk the hands back. Slide the right foot forward, then the left, and lower down to the bottom. You got it. Beautiful job. Take a moment. Come back to that ujjayi breath. From here, Marichyasana C. So we're going to slide that right heel back, bending the right knee. The right heel comes all the way back and into that left thigh. The left leg we will flex and make sure it's nice and straight and squared in front of you. So maybe the left heel even rises up off of the earth. From here, the right hand, the same side as the leg that is bent, is going to reach behind you. Press into the right palm to lengthen out through the spine. From here, let's reach the left arm high, and then either hugging onto that right knee or hooking the elbow to the outside of the knee, and the open, nice, strong press of that right palm to gaze over the right shoulder. Keeping that left hand active. So the open palm, the fingers are up, and we're pressing into the right palm, keeping length in the spine, pressing into the left elbow, deepening our twist. Gaze over the right shoulder the best you can, and keep the left foot flexed. One more breath. Inhale, bring it back to center. From here, we're going to cross the legs and just come into Tolasana, a nice transition here, taking the palms down to the earth. If you have blocks or even books that are both the same size, and you want a little extra push, a little extra leverage, you could place blocks or those books underneath your palms, whatever it is, just making sure you have a nice solid foundation that you're not going to tip over. Either way, we're pressing down into the earth here. And then as we press, we're squeezing that low belly. And maybe it's just a press. Maybe the hips lift. Maybe one foot lifts. Maybe both feet lift. And then we release as we exhale. From here, coming to the opposite side. So the right leg now is straight and the right foot is flexed. The left knee pulls back and that left heel is in nice and close. The left hand will reach behind, pressing into the left palm, feel the length in the spine. So we always want that nice long spine here in our twist to protect the spine. And then we'll reach up with the right hand. Again, option here to simply hug the right knee or the left knee with the right arm, or reach and cross that elbow as we press into the left palm, lengthening, and then into the right elbow, deepening. Gazing over the left shoulder, flex the right foot. Let's try and remember that right foot, keeping our protection in the body, keeping that length in the spine. Inhales, draw the spine up, lengthen the body out. Feel the heel pull toward the wall. And then exhales, deepen our twist. One more big breath. And as you inhale, bring it back to center. From here, we'll cross the legs, plant the palms to the earth. This time, if you'd like to try something a little bit more fun and playful, we rock up onto the knees. And as we're unwinding those legs, you can press into your palms and hop back into your plank. Slide forward from that plank to the tips of the toes as you lower down to chaturanga. Flip the feet, press, open the heart. Exhale, send the hips high, down dog. This time, incorporating a hop. And if hopping is not part of your practice and you would rather not, then just take that first variation or second variation, whatever one works for you here, in transitioning to our seated position. So from pressing, lengthening out in the upper body, again we'll take that little squat, but this time, using that nice strong press through the legs, we'll lead with the hips and lift the feet. Leading with the hips and lifting those feet. Working on stacking elbows, shoulders, and hips over the palms. Beautiful. One more time. And this last one here, we'll take that hop and land with legs crossed. You could do one hand at a time or hop both hands behind you. Keep the bottom lifted. Hop both feet out in front of you. And then drop down and onto your bottom, coming into your seated position. Beautiful job. Navasana, boat pose. So we'll bend into the knees. Grab to the backs of the thighs. Feel the heart space open, the shoulders slide down the back. Lift the feet so that the shins are parallel to the earth. And again, check with the heart. Gaze is slightly up toward the ceiling as that heart is open. Try and keep those legs lifted and maybe release those hands from the legs. If this is enough, stick here. If you can, reach the fingertips forward, palms shine in toward each other. Let's take 2 more breaths because we've already been here for a little while. Last big breath here, deep inhale through the nose. As you exhale, we'll cross the legs. Take the hands down to the earth beside you. One more time in that nice big press. So we're pressing into the earth, squeezing the belly, and lifting as much as we can here. Exhale, release. Back to that boat pose. So knees together, shins parallel to the earth, heart open. Reach the hands forward, palms shine in. Maybe this time if you'd like more, extending out through the legs, make sure that we keep that long line from the hips through the crown. Let's take 2 more big breaths. Last one here. And as you exhale, we'll cross the legs. Plant the palms in front of you. Rock forward, step or hop back into your plank pose. Slide forward from that plank and flow through your vinyasa. Down dog. Beautiful job. From your down dog here, let's bring the gaze forward and choose your method of getting all the way through to seated. I'll take a hop and cross. Hands back, feet forward, bottom down. Beautiful job. This time let's lower all the way down and onto our backs. So here we have 2 options in a back bend. We'll be gentle and start out with our bridge pose. And if you're in bridge and you feel like you want to go deeper, then I'll guide you through wheel pose. But if bridge feels like an intense stretch for you, then stick with it and stay there. We'll do that a few more times in our practice, and then maybe you come back to your practice and try wheel, maybe the 3rd or 4th time, 2nd time, your choice, just playing around with your practice. So let's slide those heels back, maybe being able to touch the backs of the heels with the fingertips. Trying to get those toes pointed forward here. And let's press into the feet as you lift the hips up and off of the earth. Interlace your hands together underneath your back and slide the shoulders together as you lengthen out through the spine. So feel the chest pull up toward the chin and the chin away from the chest to feel that length and the crown of your head growing to the wall behind you. Again, let's lengthen up a little bit higher, lift a little bit more, and stick with this if this feels good. If you'd like a little bit more, take your hands down to the earth beside the ears. The fingers are going to point toward the shoulders. Being very gentle with yourself and making sure that this is something that is comfortable for you before you come too far. We're pressing into the feet, pressing into the palms, starting out by rising up to the crown. And if this is intense, then stay here. If you'd like more, press into the palms, lift all the way up for wheel. Since we've been in our back bend for a few breaths, then let's take one last breath. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower down to the crown, and then all the way down to the earth. Beautiful, gently rocking the knees from side to side in a windshield wiper motion. Wherever you were, just feeling that surge of energy flowing back and in through the body. Enjoying that beautiful sweep of energy. Closing the eyes and taking one more breath. Smile on the face. And let's come back to center. Extend the legs out long in front of you. And let's reach the arms up and overhead as we lengthen out through the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, let's curl through the spine and rise all the way up. As we reach for the toes here, round out through the spine, allowing yourself to drop forward and coming into a counter stretch. So this time in Paschimottanasana, we allow that rounding to happen so that we're coming in the opposing stretch of that back bend. So just finding space between the vertebrae and letting the forehead drop down toward the knees. Two more breaths. Last one. As you inhale, we'll slowly slide back up and into center. Enjoying that nice open feeling in the spine. Coming to the top of the mat and into our seated position. Beautiful. And then just coming into whichever seated position is the deepest comfortable seat for you. So if you're already pretty intensified here and comfortable seat, then you can stick here. If you'd like to try half lotus by bringing one foot over the top of one side of your thighs, or full lotus by sliding both feet over the tops of the thighs. As long as it's comfortable with you, then stick with it. Please place yourself in this beautiful space as you lengthen through the spine. So again, we're rooting down into those hips, relaxing the shoulders and the jaws, taking your hands onto the knees, and closing the eyes softly. Feel the crown of your head reach up toward the ceiling, and again, that lightness of the head just floating over the tops of the shoulders. Let's inhale deeply, and as you exhale, bring that chin slightly in and down, just a little bit here. Taking a few deep breaths to reflect on the practice, noticing the warmth in your body, the openness in the joints and the ligaments, the beautiful breath that flows through the body, and that sweet rhythm of life. Bring a smile back onto your lips. Make it a big smile, feeling that joy melting from that smile down into your heart space, and from your heart space spreading all through the body. Open the eyes softly, and let's unravel the legs and make our way into final Shavasana. So coming down and onto your backs, nice and slow and relaxed. Lengthening out through the legs as the feet splay out to the sides of the body. Just a relaxation of the hips. You could shake the legs and then just let them hang there. Let the arms come out to the sides of the body. palms shining up for the receivings of energy. I like to slide my shoulder blades together underneath me so my shoulders melt down to the mat. And let's close the eyes softly as we feel that trusting connection to the earth below, that complete support for the entirety of your body, giving you a chance to release in all of the muscles, letting go of any control in the bandhas and the breath as we relax toward the earth. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, releasing exhale from the mouth. One more deep inhale. Sigh it out. Like to remain in Shavasana, you can simply pause the video and continue to relax here against the earth. But if you're ready to awaken into your day and invite in energy to get you through all that comes your way, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up on that energy. As you exhale, feel that breath spread through every cell in your body, that energy filling you to the brim. Bringing that smile back onto the face as you begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bringing that lighthearted feeling in and that joy that spreads with that sweet smile. As you inhale, let's stretch the arms up and overhead and lengthen the toes forward. Feel that stretch all the way from the tips of the toes in through the fingertips. Lengthen out a little more as you inhale. And as you exhale, let's curl into a little ball and roll onto whichever side of your body feels most comfortable for you. Coming into a tiny little fetal position here on your side. Giving yourself a little moment of self-love, a little sweetness, and coming into the transition of our practice back toward our day. Allowing this to be your time to set an intention for the rest of your day, an intention to nourish ourselves with all that we do, being kind to our bodies, our minds, and our souls, with the food that we eat, the thoughts that we think, and the words that we speak. And once you are ready with your eyes remaining closed to seal our practice, we'll press into the right palm or left palm as you rise up and into your seated position, bringing hands to heart center and a smile back to the face, feeling the warmth of that smile once more melt into the heart, and from the heart pumping through the blood in the veins and all the energetic lines of the body. Joy all around. I would like to thank you all so much for being here and sharing this practice with me today. As always, it is truly a blessing and such a wonderful honor to have this great opportunity to spend with each of you. The light in me sees and acknowledges the lights that shine bright and brilliant in each of you. Namaste. As always, thank you so much for being here with me. I always look forward to seeing you again and love to hear from you. Have a great day. Bye.